Happy Friday, recording on a Wednesday, hopefully getting it pushed out on a Thursday. We are back in normal circumstances for episode number 145 of the Veeam Community Recap. Madalina, how are you today?
Hello, Rick, and happy Friday, everyone. I'm doing great. Just can't believe it's almost December. It's mid-December. Can you believe that? The end of 2023. I don't want to start it in a negative way because there is a new beginning in 2024. But yeah, I don't know. We've done a lot of great things in the community this year, and we are going to finish the year in style with a new release, V12.1, and today we are going to talk a lot about that. But in the meantime, how are you doing? Yes, you are back in your office.
I am loving it. I am back, and for those of you watching, it was crazy just a second ago because I had to put the shade down because I was blasted out with light. It is so sunny here, perfectly clear day, and recording at our normal time, which is 9 a.m. for me, and the sun is just coming up over there. I actually look into the window. Most people don't do that. So I'm doing great, Maddie. Yeah, we are getting to the end of 2023, and for our core platform, this has been an incredible year. We had in February V12. Here we are. This week we had 12.1, and don't let the .1 fool you. This was a massive release. It was significant part of the Veeam 100 Summit, the content we've shared. Wow, we're ending the year so strong, and we are going. I don't even have a word for how bad we're breaking the rules here today,
Well,
but we
it's
have a
a
lot
special edition, Rick, because
special.
we have to dedicate it to this big release today. So
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna talk about a few important things. So let's go for
absolutely.
it.
Let's jump in. We're gonna start with my man Pete Ybarra. This is cool. Sure Backup Lite, a scan backup coming to the Nutanix hypervisor image-based backups. And you caught this one. I knew in the community, I knew this was coming with the product, but now we have a nice um, post about it. This is great.
Yes, absolutely. I'm not even sure. I was thinking now, is this the first time we are mentioning Pete? I know that he's a Vimmer, a great community supporter. He's always like on social media promoting our
We
events
love
and
Pete.
everything. Oh my God, this is so sweet. But yeah, shout out anyway for that, Pete, for the fact that you are such a big community supporter. But Pete focuses, let's talk about his article because it's really good. Pete focuses a lot in general on Nutanix, and he's bringing some good news for us, for the ones that are using Nutanix AHV with Veeam Backup and Replication 12.1. You can use Shoreback in Nutanix AHV 5.1 now. So this is really great. This is basically now with Shoreback, you can scan backups utilizing your antivirus software or Yara rules. And Pete is also sharing some screenshots. Thank you for highlighting that. To see Shoreback scan utilizing Yara rule and antivirus program. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we are going to start posting more on the Yara rules in the next few weeks now with the whole release. But yeah, this is actually a really, really great post in here. And we also prepare the KB that is actually related to this article. Basically, this KB strongly advises that if you use Veeam Backup for Nutanix AHV 5.0 to upgrade to 5.1, as there are some issues in there. So yeah, pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah,
information.
that's a really good point. We have a couple of new things, but a whole bunch of things that are resolved with this KB. But this new capability is really attractive. And for those of you who have watched the previous episodes, you saw me do this exact same scan, but it was for VMware, Windows Agent, or Hyper-V backups. Now, to extend it to the Nutanix backups is pretty cool. And yes, we will have something about the Yara rules coming up, and it will be very much related to the Community Hub. Stay tuned. I'm hoping to share that next week with everyone. But Pete, we hope we call your name more often. So thank you so much for sharing, Pete. All right, Tyler, my man from Canada, he has identified his favorite 12.1 features. This is awesome.
Yeah, so let's talk favorite V12.1 features then. There are so many great features, honestly, Rick, on security and compliance, detection and recovery, backup of object storage, really, really a lot of them. As you said, doesn't is not even like a 0.1. It's just, it really deserves like a full number, like, but let's see what the 13 is going to bring, if this one is so generous. But yeah, these are his favorite in here. He's talking about the maintenance mode enhancements, the PostgreSQL database support, and full VMware Cloud Director 10.5 support, object storage improvements. And then I like the engagement as well. You see, like, the community members are also sharing their favorite one. Now that everyone is sharing, I should also contribute in there and share my favorite ones. My favorite one is the inline malware detection, and obviously the scan backups with Yara. Basically, these two are helping out to detect and identify the cyber threats. And then with Yara rules, you can quickly respond and recover by finding clean restore points and prevent reintroduction of malware into your production environment. So these are really good features, and we've been talking a lot about it. But I'm curious now, Rick, which ones are your favorite?
I'm going to end with I'm going to give two favorite things. My two favorite 12.1 features are A, the object storage as a source for backup, because that's really important to go to protect something new. That's very important for our platform. And then my second is the inline malware detection. That's significant.
Hey.
And we showed that on some previous episodes. That's really a big deal. So I'm excited for that one. But it's here. It is here, and I'm stoked.
Yep, absolutely. I love it
And
as well. I
and
was going over like the documents that we are going to show in a minute that actually, I think Antonio or Bertrand, because we are going to go further with V12.1 to
yeah,
show more engagement in here and more discussions on that in different languages, different locales. That is great as well. To mention. So we have here Antonio sharing it in Italian, and he's sharing as well some important documents in there. It's in Italian, I think. It's for the Italian customers and partners. But then also, if you go to the next one, there is also like Bertrand that is sharing some great PDFs in there. So um, if you want to read all about the features, all the features, I think it's in the what's
yep.
new document in that PDF. So yesterday I was going over it, and really a lot of great features.
24
That
pages of great
wow,
features.
wow.
Yeah, and big thank you, Antonio Bertrand. I love putting it into the VUG's online presence with their own local language, and then some dialogue can happen in French, Italian, etc. But yeah, give everyone a read of this document. Make no mistake, this is the one to read. You know what? I'm old school, Maddie. I'm going to print it out right now.
All
I'm going to
right.
print this out and I'm going to hang it on the wall because today is a big day here at Veeam. And I got that. We have this nice fancy printer here in the office. So I'm going to do it, some of these things, Maddie, I never script and tell you that I'm going to do this, but I do. I'm even going to staple it because my little fancy printer can do a staple. So by the time the show is done, oh, great, I need the driver. They must have updated it. But by the time the show is done, I'm going to have a nice 24-page printout of this awesome release notes. I'm going to stick it on the wall because it's got the new logo and everything. But
Yeah.
I like printing it out because I have a trip coming up. I'm going to read it. Even though I've been playing with 12.1 for a long time, it's just, again, getting to know it more and seeing the final. But thank you so much, Antonio and Bertrand, for taking it to the local user groups. Anything else on your side from those two?
No, that's okay. That's really great that we have so many people, so many members of the community that are excited about it. I saw so much excitement as well on the social media. So this is really amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to read a bunch of blogs and posts from all our members on their properties, on the community hub to see like their opinion on all these features and how is this going to contribute in making their life easier. So definitely really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I like this structure, major new features,
Mm-hmm.
this is a good way to read through it, so um good stuff. Hats off product management. Hannes, Anton, Dmitry Popov, everyone who we've been working with through the year. This is incredible. It's a special week. Releases are special to me, so I'm so grateful to be sharing it with everyone here in the community. So definitely check it out. And oh, the biggest question you'll have, what license? If you have the universal license, you're good to go. You don't have to do anything. Now, this one, you picked this one. This is interesting. Something, speaking of stuff to read, what caught your eye
Mm-hmm.
about this one?
So I think this is a very interesting white paper that talks about zero trust. And what does that even mean, right? You had a show yesterday, I think, a Tech Bites. I didn't watch it. I should. Basically, a backup infrastructure that trusts no one. What does that mean? You want to prevent unauthorized access to the backup management system itself. The principle, there are like three principles of the zero trust, right? Verify, assume breach, and least privileged access. And this should be applied in order to make lateral movement into the backup infrastructure as difficult as possible. It's like never trust, always verify. So yeah, now you can tell us more because you actually did yesterday that Tech Bites and you had some important guests in there.
Yeah, and I'll pull up an additional asset. I'll put it into the links as well. I think that when you look at the our strategy here, we made this paper as well. We had some news, but there's two different things. There's like the Veeam approach here, which is like the
Mm-hmm.
Veeam way you think about implementing and specific capabilities. And then there's what I would call an academic approach. And that's what we have here with Zero Trust. And Jason Garbus was one of our panelists on the stream yesterday. And these aren't really Veeam principles, but what I really gravitated to above all, I made up a phrase here, Madalina. So we have this word, zero trust data resilience. I just want to call it ZTDR, ZTDR, ZTDR. Right here, these five right here, those are the principles, no matter what you're doing, right? Whereas this is like for a Veeam kind of mindset. So I think you need to be aware of both and not trusting anything. And then how does it look in a Veeam world, right? Backup infrastructure that trusts no one, right? Doesn't even
Yeah.
trust the administrator. That's
Yeah.
like the
Just
logic
question,
here.
always
Yeah.
question.
Always question. And then have copies to get yourself out of it. And here you go. You're right. This is the highlights, you know, right there, like you highlighted. And then if you go over here, there's the academic side of it. Assuming breach is always, something to consider. In fact, the Veeam ransomware trends report, the number tells us that this is the disaster that we're all up to face. So yes, all of these resources are a really good start to increase your resilience footprint. I'm hoping everybody gets on my ZTDR. I don't know. I like the
I think
phrase.
that's so difficult to pronounce it, Rick.
What,
ZTTR.
ZTDR? That's hard. ZTDR is
ZTTR.
okay.
ZTTR. Yeah, maybe I think it's easy for you as a native English speaker. For me,
Uh,
it's so much easier to just, say it. Zero
oh Maddie,
trust.
your English is almost better than mine. Don't be
Oh,
giving me this native English stuff. And everyone, she speaks like 2 or 3 other languages. She's functional in Spanish and Italian, I think, too.
well,
Yeah.
Italian, not that functional.
Or
I
maybe
understand
French.
it. I
Yeah.
understand it. Yes. And I understand Portuguese, but I do
Oh,
speak
Portuguese.
Spanish.
Just
So
throw
that's
that one in
good.
there too. I'll just call you
Yes.
Julia at this point, who
No,
speaks 4 languages.
that level, not that
Yeah,
level.
awesome. Anyways, great stuff. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, Madalina. And just check out Veeam.com. We have the high level stuff about the release. You really can't miss it. I do like the way we kind of took over the page here and we got the bounce mark. By the way, one of
Look
the
at
things
that.
about the brand
I have
element,
it as well. With
yeah,
this release, I also
yeah.
have
Oh,
a
there you
new
go. You got the new logo shirt, the
t-shirt.
bounce
There
mark.
you
So
go.
what's kind of crazy is the bounce mark is this kind of V that you see float through. You see it on Maddie's shirt as well, but I even like to do it with my hand, bounce mark. I can do it. I'm trying to see if it sticks. I don't think it's going to stick, but I've got it if we need it. Anyway, ooh, look at that little rotational orb situation going on behind these 3
That
circle balls.
that almost looked
Wow.
like Christmas.
I'm telling you, it's a disco ball. It's a party. 12.1. I'm in. Anyways, um, really excited, friends. Check this out. Oh, that's a cool way. The way the everything the platform protects. That's scary because Madalina, when I first started, there was just one little cube in that, and now it's a 4 by 6. It's 28 different 24 different sources. That's awesome.
But that's a good design. I really like that format.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Razzle dazzle. Look at that. Anyways, check it out. 12.1. But core to our community. I want to highlight a post next of Maddie's for Blog of the Month, and I think we got a winner.
We do. And that's Johan. Congratulations, Johan.
Yes.
Really great job on his article. He got 7 votes from the community. There were a lot of people voting. There was another one that got 6. So that was second place. I can't remember who was that one. The check and set hardening on VBR server. Was that maybe Julian? Probably
Um,
yes.
you're you're
Yeah.
you're you're quizzing me. Let me see.
Ah.
And how good is the search? Even if I spell it wrong, yeah, it works. That one was Damien.
Oh, it was Damien.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great job, Damien. Yours got a lot of votes as well. So yeah, we had a good competition. There were like 8 this time, 8 articles, but all
Hmm.
pretty good, all interesting stuff. But you are the winner, Johan.
Yes.
Congratulations on that for 2 months, like a special edition, October and November. So yeah, he got his badge, the
And
awesome
in
blogger of the month.
16 badges now?
Yeah,
Or I can't even count. That's 12. That's 17 badges. So
that's
what's
amazing.
interesting, Jay, is you're getting pretty hot. 17 badges. I don't know who has the most. Is it
Probably
Chris?
Michael Paul or Chris.
Oh, Chris. No, Jeff plus 17 more than this 5.
How about
So,
Michael Paul, Sir Michael Paul?
oh,
Oh,
so
he's same as Chris. So it's Jeff having most of them.
the notorious KGG again. So Jeff has the
He's
most badges,
hitting
unless there's some
again.
some secret, player down low, but probably not on Badgery. But no, this is just awesome to see all the different badges. Um, but yeah, anyways, that would just put me on into a rat hole because when I saw Joe, he had quite a good long number of those badges. And that made me kind of wonder. It's like, oh no, is he overtaking, the lead here, because like some of these are pretty hard, like Blogger of the Month. Like
Is he
some of them you
not
can't.
having the VMCE? Does not he only has the VMCA?
VMCA.
Hmm,
Uh-oh. That might be a
that's
pro.
an
So he might be,
interesting
because you
one.
can't get the E without the A,
There you go.
the
So
credential.
most probably he
Joe, let
has the
us know. Do you have the
VMCE. Yeah.
VMCE? We'll badge it up. What's this one? Oh, VUG leader. Oh, interesting. Some of these conversations, champ, legend, sure. Recap hero, yeah. Cyber protector, webinar presenter. Yeah, you're progress. I love getting all the badges. You know, the badges are fun. I love that. But it's tough because I just don't have that many badges myself. I have some, but you know, I'm just here. What's that
You
word?
have more
System.
than I have, so that's
Oh,
good.
well, okay.
I need the
Hey,
university ones. Still didn't do those.
me neither. I don't know if I finished. I just got my freshman year, but anyways, we'll let that go. All right, Jay, congratulations, Joe, on this blog post. I love this. Snapshots are not backups. So true. I've been saying it for several years. The basics, the fundamentals never change. And honestly, I could take this title and take it to the cloud as well, because that is applicable there as well. All right, now let's pivot over to some of the user group activity. And Emily and Zane, as well as Brian or Benjamin, I'm sorry, are going to rock out an Arizona meetup. And we'll have it for Sharon next week. But Emily, Zane, and Falco are doing the Data Bunker V100 show very soon. And with this recap, we will be promoting it after it happens. So we'll have the replay next week. But if you're watching, definitely check that out. But Arizona, which is Emily's hometown. I love the third question, Maddie. Will there be food and bevs?
Yes, and I like the answer.
Yeah,
But
nice.
yeah, this is great. Honestly, this is actually the second, if you think about the second this year, Veeam user group in the US. The first one was in California. It was also like Zane and Emily and the systems engineer, the local system engineer, and now it's in Arizona. So this is great. I really love it, and I hope we are going to keep this consistency with the meetups in the US, because obviously we have to cover a lot of ground, but there is a lot of interest as well, and we are going to have more Veeam user group leaders in the US as well. So stay tuned for that 2024. You're going
Well,
to find out everything.
I think what you're saying without saying, Maddie, is that given that there's now 5 Veeam product strategy people in Ohio, and we have in this office the ability to have a 50-person room and a 30-person room, that we should get doing like this that Emily is doing, is what she's saying, guys. I
Yes.
think I have an assignment in my future. So if anyone's in Ohio, I think we'll get setting up. All right, and on the other side of the world, Nico and Christoph are going to rock out one for Belgium and Luxembourg, and it's going to be at the
Yes.
Accenture offices, one of our partners. Thank you so much, Accenture, for hosting. That's super important. That's very much part of it. Just give me a place for it. I love how they have this agenda, sure backup, and what, why, and how. Extra grids up. What's new with V12? Hey, that's a solid list, and I
I
love this
agree.
because it's not driven by Veeam. Great job, Nico and Christoph.
Yes, absolutely. There are so many. This year, we actually had so many that were not really driven by Veeam, like,
Yeah.
so it was really great. It was just like a collaboration. Even with this one, like we kind of supported, Safia helped out with the banners. We kind of put them in touch with some people in order to get some swag. And, like we discussed, but yes, the initiative, it was purely on them. So great job, amazing. Both Nico and Christopher are really, really great leaders for Bellux Group.
Indeed, indeed. And thank you. Looks like Exagrid is sponsoring, and thank you also, Accenture. So both partners of Veeam. All right. Well, you don't want that scary thing. That's my inbox. Um, Now we're going to go into who's new. And thank you, Sophia, for presenting this. We are plus 133 this week. A lot of interesting names here. Wow, I like this one. The hammer. That's cool.
Yeah.
Smilly, that's fun. I don't know if you have any that you like
It's
sticking out.
Millie. That's one of the ladies that
Ah,
were in the VMCE training.
there we go. So you're
Yeah,
recognizing some of them.
I do.
Great list, everyone. Welcome. Good solid list. And we didn't miss a week, by the way. That's 133 for the week. And then um, oh boy.
Not very bright, 96.
Well, we had a problem with the text. This is actually, I cut it off. This is actually supposed to be Euclid's belly button, the N. That's why we had a random N on the other version of this. So sorry about that. But Euclid's belly button is a cool username. That's a very cool username. A bit of a bite. I like the use of the spaces. Not very bright. Well, I don't know about that. You're showing up on the Veeam community. You're doing something right here, mate. I think that's all
Yeah.
right.
Let us know the story at least.
Right. All right. And lastly, Alfred's pick. You have a badge coming your way by just backing up something. So nice, nice. I really appreciate this. Welcome everyone. And I just love the creativity of some of these names, Maddie. Um, every now and then we can't show some of them. They're somewhat inappropriate, but there's a few dictionary words that are blocked, but they go a different direction with it. But it's
Yeah,
all good fun.
it's always fun to go over the names, to go over the badges, to do stuff like that. So yeah, we always like enjoying ourselves doing that, and I'm pretty sure the community as well. And yeah, I think you wanted to mention something in regards the schedule for the recap for December, right?
Yeah. So like you said, we're basically running out of 2023 quickly. And I do expect next week, you and I will be up in normal circumstances. I'm looking at my calendar because I may be at the airport to do it, but that will work. So I have my very last actual trip of the year. I'm running over to Boston to do something special. And so I might
Nothing
be in
new
the
for
airport.
you to record from the airport.
Yeah, so no better way to end the year. But then I'm saving up a lot of leave and I'm going to take a break for the year. So we probably on that last week, I should say the third week of December, which would be like our record date 20, and then it would go out on 22 towards the end of the year. That one, you're thinking we might get a community member to join. So if you're interested, message Maddie. Are you? And then 27 and 3rd, which are record dates for 29 and 5 January, we're going to take off. But then that first full week of the new year, starting the 8th, we've got our community summit in Ohio. So we'll probably take over. We'll have you, Sophia, myself, Nikki will be on the phone, a couple other people. So maybe, oh, maybe we got a brand new studio, like
Oh my
legit studio.
goodness.
Let's take over the real studio now that we got
We're gonna
everybody
do like
here.
a really special one.
Yeah, yeah,
That's gonna be
indeed, indeed. So
great.
that's a forecast of what's coming recap wise. But Madalina, thank you so much for she prepped all the content today, friends. It's always her. She does it all. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. As always, my pleasure. I always get the chance to read everything and to enjoy all the great content from the community. So,
Yep. And thank you, Sophia, for prepping the Who's New. I didn't know it's always going to be that much, man. It's a lot. And happy end of the week. Happy upgrading. Happy 12.1. Oh, I am going to update the the V12 upgrade center with some of the 12.1 stuff. So that should be done probably by the time this goes live. But have a great week, everyone.